Well, you know, I've been teaching out at Birmingham Southern College for 23 years. And what happened was two factors came about. One was that the Democratic nominee, Avery Vise, had to withdraw. He had some business opportunities. We're probably going to have to run out, leave the district. The other thing, though, that really disturbed me was that in the Republican primary, the more moderate candidates did not succeed, and my opponent, Gary Palmer, got the Republican nomination with only 12% of the voters in the district. I felt like that he did not represent the voters of the district, that he is an extremist, a Tea Party candidate. And so when the Democratic nominee withdrew, I just simply could not sit by as a citizen and not offer myself as a choice. One more time that the voters of the district could make a decision on whether or not they wanted this extremist in Congress. And so that's the reason I put my name forward. I've never run for office before, and so it's been a great adventure for me. But I just felt like it was my duty as a citizen to step forward.
Well, initially I didn't want to, but I believe it's what I'm supposed to do. I've been going to Washington for 24 years, working with the Alabama Policy Institute, and as I tell people, the new wore off a long time ago, the shiny wore off a long time ago. And so I'm not enamored of being in Washington. But I've had a lot of people tell me I needed to run for office one day, and it's something that I've always pushed aside because it just wasn't a path that I thought I'd take. I've always enjoyed being behind the scenes and making, providing ideas for solutions. And we've been, at API, been very effective at that. But I was in Washington about this time last year, and I had a number of people after Congressman Backus had announced that he wasn't running again, saying, "You've got to do this." And initially I thought I would. I went up there, came back on a flight Friday morning, got in late Friday morning, and just absolutely convinced I was not going to do it. And went in and told our managing chairman of the board at API that I wasn't going to run. And at the end of the day, went home and sat down with my wife at the kitchen table. She's never wanted to be in politics. And I thought she'd be relieved when I told her, and I told her I wasn't going to run. And she looks at me and says, "For years I've heard you say what's wrong with the country is you can't get good people to run." She said, "I've even heard you compare it to having to go to war." She said, "How can you expect someone else to go if you won't?" She said, "I know this is not what we want, but I don't think it's about what we want. I think it's about what we're supposed to do." And she said, "I think we're supposed to do this." And I knew she was right. And so that's why I got in. And I've had a number of people come up to me and talk to me about it, and I think there's been a number of confirmations. The fact that my name ID in January was at 4%, and half of those who recognized my name thought I was a golfer. So, I think it's, as the campaign went along, I became more convinced it is what I'm supposed to do.